Damian Wayne did some terrible things as a child of the Al Ghouls. It's time for some redemption. Welcome to the Complete Story Series. We take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then every video is dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This story picks up where Damian's story left off after his death, resurrection, and superpowers. It's also what Damian was doing after the disappearance of his father, when Jim Gordon took over as Batman and the Robin kids started their movement in Gotham. All related videos will be linked into the description down below to help you understand. Our tale begins with a man demanding to know who this young whelp is that demands that he free his bat monster. The boy removes his hood and he reveals Damian Wayne, son of Batman, and he knocks the man's teeth out. But let's go back a little to where this tale really began. A young girl dives to the bottom of the ocean to recover a mask of her now deceased father, and the footage on the mask reveals that it is Damian Wayne that killed her father. The man was called Nobody. And Damian was training as hard as he has ever trained before when he got a message from his secret island that his pet was loose. His giant man-bat pet, Goliath, spread his wings and flew away. And now, Damian is riding Goliath out of this base. No one takes his friends, even if they are giant man-bats. And after Goliath flies so high that Damian passes out from the lack of oxygen, the two of them return home. But while unconscious, Damian has a dream about the Year of Blood. It's time for it to come back to haunt him. The Year of Blood is his year as an Al Ghul and his attempts to prove himself to his grandfather. He did so many bad things, and now with Goliath by his side, Damian has decided that it's time to return the things that he stole in the Year of Blood as trophies and fix the things that he ruined. So, he rides Goliath into the rainforest in South America holding the statue that they stole. They fly right up to a giant statue where they put back on the head of the monster, and it comes to life, knocking them aside. "I gave you back your stupid head, what more do you want?" Damian shouts as he hits his whistle, telling Goliath that he doesn't need the bodyguard, he needs the beast. Goliath begins to battle against the giant statue monster, and it begins to use its hypno powers against the two of them, changing them. But with their battle growing out of control, the poor village beneath begins to feel the effects, and our young woman from earlier begins to save the people while invisible. But as she leaps back in to do what she can, the hypnovision disrupts her cloaking, making her pop up next to Damian. And shockingly, he realizes that this Nobody is real. It is not the hypnovision creating this person. She tells him that he has to stop this before he puts more innocent lives at risk, and Damian tells her to back off. He doesn't need her help to stop this thing, just as Goliath bashes it again. Then he turns to her. "Hey, I recognize that mask, but if you wanted me to think that you were the real Nobody, you should have worn a less revealing outfit, chica." She smacks him down. "You little twerp!" The situation grows even worse as the cartels arrive and the Statue Guardian and Goliath are busy. So Damian and Nobody run into the armed guards to drop them. But at that moment, everything gets even crazier and the Guardian presents Goliath back to Damian. He will protect this village now. And the elder of the village tells Damian that he did well bringing back the Guardian. The Guardian walks up to the temple and places itself back in its holding position, allowing Damian to leave, but nobody stops him. "You killed my dad. I'm a nobody because of you, Damian Wayne. You want an apology or something? So I can absolve you for your sins? You will forever be unforgiven, Damian." "What? Am I supposed to be scared? I could have killed you at any time, but now I'm gonna wait for you to finish this stupid little redemption quest of yours. It's obvious that people need your help. It is time that Damian Al Ghul started making amends." "Are you stupid or something? That's what I'm trying to do here." "It's not I anymore, Damian. It's we." And thus, the Year of Redemption continues with a new ally. Damian and Nobody continue their journey, and they work together, and they become friends of sorts. Such good friends that they eventually have an understanding for each other. He even learns her name is actually Maya, and she sends off a message to her employer, the one that hired her to kill Damian, informing him that she quits. And Deathstroke replies with, "No one quits." But something else begins to move behind the scenes. The body of Talia Al Ghul has been recovered after her death, and she's finally being revived through a Lazarus pit. She wakes up with a fright and knocks out the individual that finally raised her, and as she walks around these caves, she discovers that she's in the Dragon's Pit, the heart of the Lazarus. Damian and Maya move to their next objective, and while Damian puts back what he stole, Deathstroke catches up with Maya. He kicks her across the face for quitting, and then he ties her to a nearby pillar. It's then that he realizes that this is not the former Nobody, it's his kid. He asks, "Do all of you daughters of assassins have a club or something?" But Goliath arrives just in time to save her from being crushed by the falling pillar. So Deathstroke starts to shoot Goliath, hoping to drop the giant bat in the pillar with the girl on it, all at once until Damian jumps in. Damian manages to drop Deathstroke, and he gets on his back, pulling him to the ground. Deathstroke gets back up and he runs off, shooting at Damian as he does it. "Without Batman, you're just a kid in over your head." But Damian is a trained assassin, and the two of them seem evenly matched. So Damian has a new idea. He stands before Deathstroke and he asks him, "Slade, what'll it take to clear our names and square away her debt?" Deathstroke thinks about it. 5 million. So Damian hits his computer and tells him, done. Destro looks down at his wrist computer. Rich kids check cleared. We're done here. See you kids around. And then he slinks into the darkness. Deathstroke is easily bought off. They both make a break for it as the place is about to go underwater, and Maya wants to know why he would give up so much money for her. One life for the amount of money that could have built a hospital. But Maya quickly realizes Damian isn't running for the exit. He's running into a secret passage to see what the secrets of the kings were. And he finds a Lazarus pit. All of this is about a Lazarus pit. They continue their journey to a portion of Al Ghul Island that very few have gone to. The place where Damian put all of his corrupted clones and where they welcome him as their brother. They smile back at him, happy for the lives that he's given them ever since he freed them. A life of the greatest pleasures in the world. And then he goes to his vault to get the last trophy to return, to finally end his year of redemption, only to find it missing. And that's when he sees the person who took it. He charges at them, demanding that they face him, and they do as they put a blade to his neck. It's his mother, Talia Al Ghul. She demands that he yield as she is here to save him, and he denies anything that she offers because he needed saving from the Al Ghuls, and Batman showed him that. But she tells him that he doesn't understand. They need those Year of Blood relics back to save this world. She explains the whole thing was a plan to get Damian to help his grandfather. There is a war between Den Darga and his family of immortals and the Al Ghul family. Both sides claim to be the first guardians of the Lazarus Pits, but Raz used Damian to get the artifacts to lock Den Darga into this place forever, sealing him here with those artifacts. Now with the pieces missing, Den Darga could rise at any time and then use the Lazarus Pits to revive his immortal family. But it's too late, and Talia now realizes that Den Darga is already raising his family. She grabs her son and she begins to run for the exit as he demands that she put him down so they can fight. But behind them is a series of monsters and tentacles and skeletons and everything trying to kill them. The whole Al Ghul Island splits down the center as Den Darga tries to bring the entire Al Ghul family down into the abyss. Talia tells him to stop this. She will not fall and her family will not either. But Darga tells him that the Al Ghuls are cursed, just as Damian's brothers hit Den Darga. Maya sheds tears as she watches the clones giving their lives to protect their brother, and Damian watches as his clones are swallowed by the monstrous worms popping out of the ground. And they smile as they look back at Damian. Brothers! Damian and Talia fall into the ocean as the island sinks further and further, and Goliath and Maya leap in after them trying to recover them. But this isn't over. The island of Al Ghul may have sunk, but Den Darga is now at war with the Al Ghuls. Talia steps forward as the last true remaining Al Ghul and claims a kingdom as her own, telling them that she is now their new queen. And Damian wakes up after surviving the destruction of an island, and the first thing he asks is, "Why did you kill me, mother?" She looks him in the eye and she tells him that she will forever ask herself the same question. Was it madness, desperation, self-deception? All that she is aware of is that she was lost in the vision of another, and now she is free of that. She only wants a chance to prove herself as the mother of her son. You want redemption after what you did to me? Family is redemption. I ask you to accept me as you accepted your brothers. And then she places a black pearl on the table next to him. Inside this pearl is the monster that I once was, and I ask that you carefully consider joining me or condemning me for my actions. If you choose to condemn me, you must do so fully, and I ask that you use this pearl to restore the monster that I once was. Only then can you get the retribution that you seek. For you, mother, I would break a solemn vow that I made, and I will be there with the pearl and a sword in my hand, ready to plunge them into your black heart. Damian put back on his uniform and he walked over to Maya, where she pulled up all of the info on Batman's disappearance. He went missing while Damian was gone. Batman is dead, she says in disbelief. But Damian denies that. No, he's not. Batman will never die. But Damian, look at the evidence. What do you want? Tears for me? I came back. My mother came back. Why won't Batman come back? Death is more of a gray area these days. Though I do suppose the people of Gotham will panic and need to be attended to. So Maya tells Robin that he is an inspiration. His brothers died because he inspired them, and for no other reason. His R means redemption, not Robin. She embraces him and tells him that while he lost his brothers, he gained a sister, and that he is now forgiven. Maya gave up her nobody identity, and Damian set Goliath free the next day. In response, Goliath hugged both Damian and Maya before flying free for the first time in his entire life. And Damian, he returned to Gotham because there are some kids that need his attention. A small gang calling themselves Robin, and going by the slogan, "We are Robin." This is how Damian makes his way back to Gotham to join in the Robin War, which we will be getting to very soon. Then, it's time to come back to find out what Damian does with Talia and Den Darga. Personally, I'm excited about this because I've always loved Damian Wayne, and I hope you guys are too. I'll see you next time right here.